Okay, I am live. It's the Daily Drawing Club for 3/20/24. I believe that's the date, yeah. Today we're going to talk about how to be more disciplined with your art. Somebody asked about having long periods without drawing. And then, of course, we're doing a drawing challenge today, and it's going to be a fun one. Hello, hello. Good morning, Steph and Ken and Sarah, Dan in the chat. Any questions you might have for art, we could talk about that, or art career stuff, we can talk about that in the chat. But for now, let's get into today's drawing challenge. Anticipation. What's it going to be? The Daily Drawing Club party mode. Let's see. Today, we're doing a roll and draw, meaning we're going to roll some dice. It's going to be a make a character, kind of a mixed challenge between making a character, rolling the dice. That's how it's going to work. We're going to make a character. It's got to be a robot, and we have to roll the dice twice and include two of those things in it. They're very random things. So, that said, I'm going to roll my dice. Hopefully this camera setup will get on this view. Move the iPad away. This. Oh, there we go. That's good. I'm going to hold my little iPad right here. All right. I'm going to roll one of my big dice here. By the way, read V-Friends Comics. I'm doing a stream here at 8:30 this morning, Comics and Coffee. And we also have the Daily Drawing Club to join. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's just do one more big roll. It's hard to roll this thing, you know? Gotta. All right, it's a 2. A 2. And we'll do a metal dice. A 1. 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1. 2 and 1. All right, back to this view. 2 and 1. I have to do. It's 1966. Okay, and I'm not going to look for reference either. I'm just gonna go for it. Right. So, let's do. I have to do 1966. It has to be a robot, and it has to have a chainsaw. 2 and 1, right? Yeah. Okay. Chainsaw, 1966 robot. Okay. Yeah, Steph, it says ×2 on there, but I might have not. I might have been in a hurry to write that one up. Should have done more instructions there, but all right. I'm going to go ahead and start drawing this, and we're going to talk about, and if you guys want to talk about in the chat, talking about my drawing music. All right. How to be more disciplined with your art. You have those long periods of time without drawing. I think basically for me, I'm just going to talk about this first, just a second while I have a sip of coffee and start my timer here. Let's go. Well, number one, welcome to the Draw or Die Club. If you're watching this on replay, please leave a comment. Let me know you're watching it. The topic today that we're going to talk about is how to be more disciplined with your art. If you haven't drawn for long periods of time, something that I say all the time here is that if your pencil's not moving, it's going to keep not moving. So like a pencil in motion stays in motion kind of thing. And ultimately, I think it's about setting the time. So setting time to do it. Here we are. It's 7 in the morning. There's usually 10 or so of the club members joining live at 7 in the morning before you start your day and doing something. So today we're drawing this challenge. I'm going to make a robot. I rolled 2 dice. It's going to be 1966, and it's a chainsaw. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, and it could be awful, and I don't care. So I think the other part about getting more disciplined is not giving into the perfection or feeling like whatever you draw has to be perfect. Just kind of get your pencil moving And usually within about 10 to 20 minutes, you're going to be in a flow state where it's starting to feel fun. So right now, this is kind of challenging to me actually. Like I can draw robots all day, but I don't know what 1966 looks like in my mind. It's hippies and stuff like that. So I'm going to draw that and a chainsaw happening. So, but yeah, long periods without drawing can really just be, it's going to continue and continue and continue. So let's just start drawing this robot while I'm talking here. Let me see if I can get, and again, I'm going to start, my process is always drawing small. I decided to change the backgrounds up a little bit today just to kind of, I'll explain why I did that in a minute. And I think I'm just going to kind of go with a Hippy Robot. Maybe a screen on his chest, of course. And, you know, I got to include a chainsaw. I think I'm just going to have him holding a chainsaw. He's going to have some bell bottoms because it's 1960. I think probably bell bottoms, one of those like corduroy jackets. See, I'm thinking all this through, like as I'm doing like the pose of the rope. Oh, I know. Got it. It'll be like holding up a peace sign, right? With a chainsaw arm or something like that. Right? So it doesn't look like much, but if you can scribble something like that out, then I blow it up a little bit. Like that. I'm going to fade out that. And if you're doing this on paper, you know, you're just sketching a light sketch. You don't need to. It's nice that when I'm working on the iPad, I can do this. Again, it's about the process of drawing. I know not everybody has a digital tablet, and you know, I could take this away and totally be drawing on, you know, one of our fine actual notebooks. You know, some days I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling for the day. Maybe we'll do a whole week of nothing but just actual pencil drawings. Let's see. For now, I'm going to draw this robot, 1966, chainsaw. And by the way, if you're watching this live or in the replay even, well, let's turn on the plugs. Look at that. I made new plugs. You can post your art into the Discord that we have. The Discord should be linked in the description. The Daily Drawing Club is $5 a month. You get daily drawing prompts at 5 a.m. Or you can draw them live at 7 a.m. You can use this stream as a timer and post your art to the Discord community. I'll show you that real quick. We've got a members only daily drawing club channel in here. That's from yesterday's Spring in Your Step. We've got Dan. He did the robot chainsaw hand. What else is on this? What did you roll? 1966, my version of a 1960s robot, right on. And then Steph did she rolled old trees and a robot. Awesome. That's great. So we'll check this again when we're done to see if you draw during the stream. And if you're on the replay crew, make sure you drop a note and say what's up in there. So yeah, I remember I went to a thrift store once. So I'm kind of just thinking about like those frayed jackets. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe like a little collar. I don't know if they have. Yeah, they probably did have like some big collars, not disco collars, but this is me thinking it through here. All right. Steph's redoing her drawing and adding Stonehenge to it. I think I want to have like a little, start flying through this one a little bit. Belt. Oh, you got it. I almost drew a Mercedes symbol there. Yeah, last night I was laying down to go to bed, and I run through a little checklist in my mind, and I'm like, all right, cool. I got this nice new template for the Daily Drawing Club all set, and I designed that up. So just kind of be more efficient. And like when I'm done with the drawing, I immediately open Photoshop, start making the thumbnail and doing the chaptering. So I do that little part after the streams. And I wanted to kind of optimize what I was doing because I was opening way too many tabs and things like that. And so I did all that work. And then last night I laid in bed and I'm like, wait, I forgot to schedule the freaking prompt that actually goes with this. So like I jumped out of bed and came in here to the Cozy Comics Cave and the Drawfus. We're gonna call it the Drawfus. And hurried up and got that out. What about robotic bell bottoms? I don't know. Let's see. They're kind of like that action. Just picture like a robot from now. See, my imagination starts going when you're drawing like this. It's a nice thing, and I start thinking of like a story to go with this character. Like maybe he's a robot from the future. He's landed in 1966, and he's trying to blend in with like hippies, but he just happens to have a chainsaw arm. For no apparent reason. And again, it kind of just feels nice to start your day drawing something ridiculous. Or, you know, if you're working on a big project, set that time aside in the morning to kind of just set your day and maybe work on just a little bit of something for the bigger project. You know, I prefer cartooning in the morning. You know, I'm not working on like a epic, you know, sci-fi type stuff. I'm basically doing a lot of cartooning lately with my new job, and so I just like to work on my speed and line confidence, and just, you know, I feel like he needs, I don't know why he needs a chain here, but whatever. There's going to be a chain there. Plus, robots are fun to draw. You know, you can never go wrong with. There's no right or wrong way to draw a robot, really. I always like these segmented fingers. You know, like I kind of like try to like separate them and put like wires between, you know, kind of thing. Same thing with the waistline. When I draw robots, usually I disconnect it here. There's usually like a spine with like wires. I might ink that in while we're talking through this. Hey, Buddha Care Bear, how are you? She made it live to the stream. Good morning. It's pretty early for you, I think, right? Super early. I think you're in Colorado, right? Today we're doing a roll and draw. So I drew, has to be a robot, roll twice, so it's 1966. I rolled a 1 and a 2, so I got to do 1966 chainsaw robot. So I'm doing kind of a hippie robotic bell bottoms there. The topic of the day was how to be more disciplined with your art. So long periods of having those long periods of time without drawing, and like, how do you get back into it? I think that's what the person was asking. Well, you got to just get your ass moving. Actually, it's really funny that there's a writer that I really like named Stephen Pressfield. Did I write his name wrong? No, it's Stephen Pressfield, and he writes novels and writes about writing and creativity. There's a book called The War on Art that all of you should read. I think it's The War on Art. I think that's correct. Might be a little off because it's morning time. But part of his whole ethos is you need to put your ass where you say it's going to be. So if you want to be a writer, you need to put your ass in the chair and start writing. So same thing goes for artists. If you want to be an artist and you want to make art, or you feel that desire deep down, like I do, then sitting around thinking about it isn't going to help. You need to put your ass where your heart wants it to be. So I like that quote. Enough talking, enough thinking about it. You need to sit down and do it. That's the discipline part, right? In everything that we do, right? Work out, whatever. How am I going to make him? Oh, okay. See, I'm just trying to use my brain power. I'm not looking at reference or anything like that. But I'm just trying to think of like how I would stereotypically draw like a hippie. So my dad used to wear these like leather headbands. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and... This is more punk rock actually, but whatever. It's like this robot didn't know, so it just like grabbed a headband that has hair attached to it. Maybe his ears are like headphones. Right. Getting there. Doesn't make, people might be like, you have peace and love, but your hand is a chainsaw. Like, what's up with that, dude? He was like a lumberjack robot from the future that learned to time travel and ended up in the peace and love era. It's like, I need to blend in. Let's do it's been an ongoing thing here that I got to draw like a mullet. Coming back at this guy. All right, great. It's looking, pretty good. Again, it's just ridiculous. This never would have existed in the whole planet had I not rolled the dice and randomly, like last night, randomly thinking of these things. I'm like Stonehenge, cocktail, elephant, old trees, right? Like I'm like, I just kind of like listen for the words that just kind of come in, and then I just put them down, and then I don't overthink them. I don't be like, this will be cool to draw. Like, I'm like, that's a challenge. Robot, it's fun to do, yes. But these other things, it's 1966, like, it is challenging. Then to kind of go back and think, like, I don't know. Maybe the hippie time was over by 1966. I don't know. I don't really care. It's 10 years before I was born. All right. That came out pretty decent. Robot Ash. Groovy. Also, it gives me the vibes of the, like, hello, fellow teenagers. Hello, fellow hippies. I'm just going to write that down, too. Hello, my fellow Hippies. Stupid. So stupid. But I was talking to some kids and like showed them something like this. And when I explained to them that most of the shows that you watch, like Cat Dog and the really SpongeBob, all kind of came from activities like this, or something really ridiculous. Like this could be a Nickelodeon show. Robot Hippie from Robot Hippie, just call it that. Pitch it. You know, you could see it. I forgot so I could just keep noodling with it. And I've only been drawing for, 12 minutes, 10 minutes of this, maybe something like that. I still have 12 minutes on my stream clock. I usually set that clock after I start talking to 30 minutes. And just goes to show, like, you're going to get this. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I'm going to start maybe inking it up. So speed that out a little bit. Put another little layer over this guy. And it also kind of helps you build up your speed, I think, too. Some people are like amazed. Like they're like, wow, you drew that so fast. And I'm like, it's not perfect. It's not like something that I would do for an actual publication or something like that. But it just goes to show, like, it helps me practice my speed, but also my line confidence. Trying to also line, economy of line, like how many lines can I put in here to kind of denote. Am I saying the right words? Denote? Is that just come out of my face? How many less lines can I use to denote the action or to get the point across? That's what I'm thinking. Right. Not too worried. I wonder if the Epic screen, you can kind of see my hands a little bit if you want. You don't have to, but I'm just always kind of just moving around on the page. There's not really a whole lot to. Once the pencils are there, this is kind of a mindless activity, or not mindless, but it becomes kind of meditative too, doing the inking part, because you can listen to a podcast or talk on a stream or just kind of listen to your own thoughts, like what's going through your head. That's how I got to be good at talking while I draw. I would just be like, camera on, and start just remembering things, like I said, this headband, like I just thought of my dad in the 80s. He still wore like a leather headband, and he sat on the porch and drank beer. Old Stoney's beer. Was not really a hippie, but everybody was like, oh, there's old Don with Uncle Don with the hippie vibes. But he wasn't a hippie. It was a ruse. Yeah. Ken Webb said his struggle is too many lines. I think just like this, activities like this are going to help you, because this doesn't matter. Like, this drawing does not matter. And I'm also going to like just fill in my black spaces a little bit. That's underneath the coat, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I might throw some more shadow in there. I do kind of want to get this. Time is at 7:27. All right, we're getting there. We're getting about down to a half an hour. I like to keep these streams at about a half an hour. Um, I can go over though, you know. So I kind of would like this to be in the thumbnail of the video. It's kind of my goal right now. But yeah. So to get back to that, how to be more disciplined with your art, I think it's just, you either have to ask yourself, do you want to do it? Because a lot of the artists I'm talking to, they're like, man, I really want to, but I can't seem to force myself to. And I'm like, well, then that's probably a sign that like whatever you either don't know what you want to draw yet, like you don't have a project or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because I think they stop themselves because they think, well, I'm just, every line has to count, like we talked about yesterday. And that's like a trap. Oh man, that's not right. Well, now I really messed it up. All right. That's like a trap to think like, well, I don't really have a project, so I guess I'm not going to draw today. But I'm going to think about it. I'll think about what could possibly be. And it's like, no, man, just put your ass where your heart says it wants to be and just start doing the thing. And stop worrying about movie deals and money and making everyone else happy. Just get down here and draw a freaking robot as a hippie with a goddamn chainsaw. And then you're gonna have a great day. The motto today, and I'm just gonna be like cruising through this. I think not that I'm hurrying or anything. I'm just, for me, for DJ, I'm like, that's what I need is to get more speed. I have a need for speed. I can really kind of zone out and spend way too much time noodling something. Noodling is the term that is cartoonists use for like sitting there and redrawing something and redoing it over and over again. And you're like, oh no, I don't like this, and you're erasing it, and that's like that. I could even say like, oh, that's not a perfect straight line. I'm gonna keep swooping it down. That's pretty good though. Actually, I gotta say, props to myself. Got like robot bell bottoms on. I don't know if it's very clear. They might be like boots of some kind. Doesn't really matter. The most that this will be is part of a thumbnail on the YouTube video, but I think the most it's going to be is like it's helping me get my imagination moving today. So robot, 1966, chainsaw, robot, hippie, getting that chainsaw down. Let's just keep going for a little bit here. By the way, 8:30 today, in an hour or so, an hour from now, I'll be live for about an hour. I'm going to go live for about an hour. I usually go live a little longer than an hour, drawing the V-Friends. I draw V-Friends, the comic strip, for Gary V and the crew. And that's live on all the V-Friends channels today. 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. today. So this is kind of my warm-up for, my work today. But yeah, I get so many people that say that. It's it's kind of different versions of that. How to be more disciplined. Like, how do you do it? Do you actually draw every day? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. And they're like, wow, that's amazing. And I'm like, I don't know. You put pants on every day. Brush your teeth, hopefully, every day. There's things that you do every day that just become routine. So sitting here drawing in a little notebook is not hard, you know. By the way, great book. You should read Stephen Pressfield's The War on Art. It's very short book. All right. Let's take a look. Have any of you drawn? We have 3 minutes left of 30 minutes. I'm just curious. It's okay if you didn't do it. All right. Steph added Stonehenge. I'm in Stonehenge, baby. Come on. That's perfect, Steph. Also looking through the community here, just seeing like work in progress. We looked yesterday. Altered Godzines, you know, he makes stuff out of clay. So there's a lot going on too in our art community. By the way, there's some members in the chat there, but I think that's probably the greatest thing about the Draw or Die Club is the amount of amazing artists in the club, different skill levels, different. While Player 2 was here on the stream yesterday, I think that's their art, and wow, that's pretty incredible. Woodburn portrait. Yeah, that's amazing. Guys, cartoons, good cartooning there. This guy again, good cartoons, ink on paper, different mediums. You know, we always have Barry. I think maybe Barry's in the chat. I'm not sure. I didn't look. He draws on like a Samsung Note, basically a large pad or a phone. They got the artist trading cards going on. People are exchanging things. You're going to make art friends when you join that community. It's free. We also have mental health resources too. So if you're feeling kind of bummed or whatever, let's we can support each other there. That's kind of nice. I like that too. Kind of like throw up a red flag if you're feeling any kind of way. And people post their finished art all the time. So here's Barry's comic that he's been drawing for years and years and years. I really like looking through the. Just gonna refresh it one more time. No, all right. Well, we'll check tomorrow. Who else drew yesterday? Joey drew the spring in his step. That's great. Pogo stick. I thought about a pogo stick. Mike C did. Springs on the shoes too. Altered Godzine made those shapes into heads the other day. We did. He actually made them out of clay. That's pretty cool. So just having fun with a piece of toast. Got the Easter Bunny happening there. It's really fun to look through the community is awesome. Join the Daily Drawing Club. It's only $5 a month. That's like 16 cents a day. I feel like one of those ladies that's like, our dogs are, please donate to us. You get a quarterly exclusive sticker, 10% off merch, and awesome artist community. And I just got that URL yesterday to make it very easy for people. dailydrawingclub.com should forward you to that. That's that. And today I'll be look at that. The timer went off. Great. I'll be live at 8:30 in just a little bit. Today we talked about being more disciplined with your art. I drew a robot, 1966 chainsaw with a chainsaw. There he is. He's groovy. Hello, my fellow hippies. And that's going to be the stream today, guys. I hope that you have a good day. And, it's up. Wait, Sarah said it's up. Let's go. Let's go, Sarah. Look at that. All with, what am I doing here? There we go. Sarah got hers up. I'm done with the patriarchy. I'm headed to the woods with this martini. Awesome. So she got robot, cocktail, and old trees. Perfect. That's awesome. Good job. See, I know that you. I know that you. Like you could. Steph says you could sponsor an artist for only 16 cents a day. Oh look, I forgot. Miss Peach joined us here over the stream here. She's been back there. She woke me up at 3 a.m, just kind of like a Stephen King, trying to steal my soul. She was right in my face. 3 a.m, and I'm like, "What are you doing, cat?" Speech. Awesome, guys. Hey, have a good day. I will see you soon, and draw early, draw often. It's been a wonderful stream. Everybody have a good Wednesday. I'll see you back here tomorrow, 7 a.m. for the daily drawing club. The club. And gonna hang for a minute. Just clean this up for the thumbnail. A couple more minutes, man. All right, that's looking. We get rid of Steven. Sorry, Steven. Pretty thumbnail worthy. All right. See you guys soon.